r/ask Reddit. What's the worst piece of financial advice somebody has given you? One of my uncles once told me that I never really had to pay my phone bill. He suggested that I simply jump to another carrier and let the first company cut you off. His life has turned out exactly as you'd imagine. What happened? Don't know. He stopped calling. Just get another credit card. My friend who hasn't worked in 3 years and is currently just vibing with his new credit cards he somehow got approved for. Once you cut up the credit card, you don't have to pay it. My cousin is not doing so hot. I'm pretty sure there are warrants out for his arrest in several states. My father would tell me to max my credit card on a new car, and if they asked for payments just say FM. What are they going to do? My father is several levels of debt hell deep that he's trying to get out of now. But he's at least trying. What are they going to do? Send me to jail? But like, what really happens? If you don't pay your credit card bill, expect to pay late fees, receive increased interest rates and incur damages to your credit score. If you continue to miss payments, your card can be frozen. Your debt could be sold to a collection agency and the collector of your debt could sue you and have your wages garnished. Basically they take payments from your wages. IDK, what happens if you don't have a job? Spend it quickly or it'll get stolen. Coming from someone with a history of losing and blowing their money. Or not even stolen. Folks who've never had enough to get by comfortably have a little imp on their shoulder telling them to spend it now or it'll just go to next month's rent and you won't get to enjoy anything nice with this cash. When I got to university and opened a student current account, I received an interest-free overdraft of about £1,200. I wasn't entirely sure of what that meant. My brother informed me, so that's like your new zero, and encouraged me to use it to buy a new gaming PC. For the next few years I really wish I hadn't taken that advice. He's never been too amazing with his money, so I should have seen that one coming. Unfortunately we have to learn the hard way sometimes. I maxed out a credit card once because I was like, damn, this is like never ending free money. Boy did I feel dumb as duck when my card was declined in a Miguel Jr. drive-thru. That an emergency fund wasn't necessary when you can always get a payday loan or use your credit card. He wasn't joking. My cousin's car broke down and he didn't have enough savings to get it fixed. He took out a $600 payday loan. He's still paying it off, almost 2 years later. How this shit is still legal baffles the duck out of me. 1976 San Francisco. Keep renting. No one will ever pay $35,000 for a 2-bedroom house and garage with a sweeping view of the East Bay. Added later. I went back to visit the old neighborhood a few years ago. Those $35,000 stucco homes up many flights of steps perched on the top of Potrero Hill were now all gentrified, remodeled, gated, and asking $1 M plus, and that was 5 years ago. And now you live on Maui. So when I was 24, I was financially struggling. I had a job that worked me a lot of hours, but only paid me $10 an hour. My parents talked me into buying a brand new 2004 4-door Honda Civic. The pre-interest price tag on it was about $25,000. A few weeks after getting it, my hours got regulated and it took one entire paycheck to make the monthly note on it. I could not afford the insurance on it. I very quickly realized my parents were bad at money. I think that's one of the hard things to swallow when it comes to growing up. Your parents might be shitty with money. I ignored a lot of my parents' financial advice and I'm so glad I did. They both made decent money, but borrowed against their house, bought cars they didn't need, and paid for other ridiculous things. They basically live paycheck to paycheck. Don't go to community college. You'll never get a job. Instead apply at X and X colleges. My grandmother, aunt, uncle, and cousin all told me this, and I really considered their advice because my parents really didn't give a shit what I did. Since I didn't get any scholarships from high school, I decided at least if I went to CC and didn't get a job I wouldn't have student debt and I could just do something else. I went to CC for 2 years totally free on FAFSA grants. It was $800 a semester LOL, and did so well I transferred to a university with a almost full ride. I am now a semester away from graduation with a job lined up and all of $4,000 of student debt, which is likely to be forgiven anyway. Hold on to those French francs. They will be worth a lot someday. I'm not holding my breath. Well, they probably will be eventually. In about 1000 years they may sell for something good at auction if well preserved. You'll be quids-in. When my mom said that she will hold my money for me as a kid. Don't worry about a career. Armageddon will come before you finish high school. My parents, Jehovah's Witnesses. Being raised at JW really stunted my social and emotional growth, and them saying shit like college is a waste because you're learning worldly things and the end is coming soon blah blah blah. Dunce. Don't invest in a 401k. Luckily, I didn't listen. My aunt took me to a car dealership when I was looking to buy my own first car. I was looking at the clunkers I could afford, but she said I should be looking at the new cars. She said, the total price doesn't matter because you make monthly payments. I suddenly understood too well why she had always been so financially unstable. I had a car dealer say this to me once when I asked the price on a 4-5-year-old car. The actual price doesn't matter. It's the monthly payment that you really need to know. Haha, I'm good mate, but cheers anyway. I walked away wondering how does he possibly sell any cars that way, but after reading this up, maybe I'm wrong. Just get it at Rent-A-Center. I had a co-worker that got pretty much everything there. It's only $20 a week, and they'll replace it if it breaks. $20 a week for how long? Oh cool. So you're paying more than double for it? Got it. Join my MLM and make lots money. Oh no. Anytime I hear this crap from a friend, it's the last time I ever speak to them. Put it all on black. Know what's better than winning money on roulette? Doubling down and winning even more. Me to me. Yeah, even if they've recently robbed you, you should still lend them the $500 they need to move to another city. They're your family after all. Dad, I don't even know how mom married your dumbass. This sounds like my mom. You should forgive him. He's your brother and family is important. Was I important enough the multiple times he's stolen my debit or credit card, or when he stole my identity and got payday loans online? The forgiveness she was referring to in my example. Spend whatever is in your bank account the day before payday. You obviously don't need it. That's what a savings account is for. Guy I haven't seen in 3 years or so wanted to talk me into starting a business with him because he just got into college for a bachelor's degree in business. Yeah sure, let me get my checkbook out in this badly illuminated garage while we're both drunk. Guy also got into MLM and weird self-optimization preachers. Take out a student loan. You'll be able to pay it back easy when you have a degree. Incite me to go to a real expensive restaurant where you can spend easily $250 without drinks at a time. I only had $700 in bank account and had not paid for my car, groceries and stuff. Because come on, we only live once. How about we only live once on your dime then? Since you feel so passionately about it, because I'd like my one-time living to be long and secure. Don't major in computer science. Computer scientists are a dime a dozen. I did not take that advice. I got $90 and my 11-year-old son told me I should buy $90 worth of kazoos. No real plan past that. I've lived on my own since I was 17. I bought a car and worked my ass off to pay it off. It needed new tires, so I called my mom to ask her how to go about it. I literally didn't know tires had sizes, for Pete's sake. She told me to just go trade it in for a new car, and I ducking listened to her. I traded a paid off 5-year-old car because it needed new tires. You guys. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.